Caitlin, how are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. Just a lazy Saturday.
Yeah.
Don't have any homework to do,
Well,
so
that's good.
that's awesome.
I see you're a student at the University of Arkansas, and you're a junior. Are you glad to be back at school?
Yeah, I'm actually really glad to be back, but kind of stressful, like getting in the hang of the swing of everything. So.
Yeah. Are you in a lot of hours this semester?
Yes, I'm in 16.
Oh, wow.
So I have a pretty hard schedule, but it's fine. I'm
Yeah.
getting through it.
That's good. What's your major?
Kinesiology.
Oh, that's hard. I have
A lot of science.
A lot of science.
But I like it.
Yeah. So what do you plan on doing with that?
I think I'm going to go to physical therapy school, hopefully.
Yeah.
We'll see how everything goes.
Yeah. That's cool. Well, that's awesome. I don't like science. I'm not good at it. So we need science and kinesiology out there. My goodness. Do you want to talk about what brings you in today?
Yes. I have had a lot of anxiety about my roommates. I'm moving out next year, and I haven't officially told them yet.
Okay.
I'm not a very confrontational person, so it takes a lot for me to confront someone about a situation, especially when I have so much anxiety about it.
Right, of course.
So that's mainly what I've been struggling with.
Right. So is it not a good living situation? Like, do you not get along with them anymore? Or what's kind of going on?
I would say it's pretty good. There's times where it's really good, times where it's pretty bad. It's kind of like a very negative environment. They don't really like to do much besides sit in our living room, which I like to go out and do stuff.
Right, yeah.
I feel like when I'm in a negative environment, that kind of brings my mood down. So that's been hard.
Right.
But overall,
I can see that.
Overall, it's been fine.
It's been fine. Do you consider them your best friends, or are they just roommates?
Yeah, I would say they're my best college friends.
Okay.
Definitely not just roommates.
Not just roommates. How did you get to know them and meet them?
Freshman year, I met them through my sorority, and we all lived in the same dorm, so we got to know each other through that. And then ever since then, we lived together last year, and this is the second year. So,
what kind of environment do you live in? Do you live in an apartment, a house? What's the setting?
In a duplex.
Okay.
So it's pretty big, but yeah.
Yeah. So why do you think you don't want to live with them next year?
I definitely just want to change. It'll be my senior year. I feel like I need a fresh start, new people.
Right.
More positive attitudes.
Of course, yeah.
So I think that'll just be very beneficial for me.
So you said you're not a confrontational person. So do you not feel comfortable saying something like, hey, this is how I've been feeling, this is kind of where I plan on my path is going to be living next year? Or do you need to find a different way where it's less confrontational?
I definitely want to do it face to face, just out of respect for them, because I have lived with them for 2 years, and they're some of my good friends. I'm just worried about the reaction that's gonna come, and so
because
that stresses me out.
You can't ever plan on someone's reaction.
No,
you never know how someone's gonna react. They can be good, bad, anything.
Plus, it's all three of them, so I'd have to talk to I'd be the minority in the situation,
right? So
that kind of worries me.
I understand that. That would be stressful because is it 4 total? Okay, so there's 4 of you. Yeah, that'd be hard to talk to all 3 of them at once, because it's kind of like a 3 against 1 setting. That would be very nerve-wracking. I don't think I could do it myself. So do you think maybe talking one-on-one to each one might work, or what do you think the best approach for you would be?
That definitely makes me feel more comfortable when I think about it, not as anxious or worried about what I would say to them. So that would probably be something good to think about.
Do you have a best friend or friend you could maybe practice on and say, this is going to be my speech for what I'm going to tell them, and kind of get their input too and see?
Yeah, I definitely think I do. I want to go into the situation knowing exactly what I'm going to say.
Yeah.
Or else I feel like I won't get everything out that I'm planning on.
And that's a great idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a perfect plan to, have your bullet points, what you need to say. Do you maybe want to practice on me, maybe what you'd want to say?
Yeah, I will. Basically what I want to say is I'm moving out not because I don't enjoy them and I don't like them. I never would want them to think that I'm causing drama or it's because of them. I'm strictly moving out for a fresh start, and that's basically it. And I don't want them to ever like think negatively of me because of that.
Yeah.
And I really don't want all 3 of them to be talking about it and just talking about me. That worries me.
That would be a worry. That would be a concern of mine as well.
Yeah.
Because you don't want gossip and negativity.
Yeah.
Because you're not doing it like maliciously. You're not like,
exactly.
I don't like you anymore, I'm leaving. Right.
So I just don't want it to cause a lot of drama. I want me to be able to tell them and then move on. Because I still have to live with them
for the rest of the semester.
So I don't want any weird tension throughout the house.
Well, of course.
Because that just brings down your entire mood if you don't want to go home and your roommates are not being the best.
Negative.
So, yes.
Well, I think that's a great plan. I think you need to keep it positive and just kind of say, like you said, you know, I'm not moving out because I don't like you guys anymore and I don't want to live with you anymore. I just kind of need a fresh start. I need something different for my senior year. And, you know, and hopefully they'll take it in a positive way. Because I think that's a great way to say it, you know. Just, it's not about you. I'm just wanting to do something by myself. Who will you be living with next year?
So I'm living with her name, Claire, and then there's 2 Claires actually, and then her name's Grace. One of the girls I've been friends with for a while, and then the 2 others I basically like started becoming good friends with them this year.
Okay.
But they're all really great girls.
That's awesome.
Very positive. I always have fun with them.
Good.
But yeah, they're just great girls.
Well, that's awesome. And I think, you know, they would understand that. Do they know the girls you'll be living with next year? Okay.
They do.
So, I mean, I think maybe they would understand that, you know, that you're now friends with them too, and you just kind of want to live with someone else. And, you know, you can never, like, understand someone's reaction. They're going to react how they want to react. But, you know, I think if you do it in a positive and, like, constructive way, I mean, I don't see there being a problem, but you could prepare for the worst.
Yeah.
You know, what if they get upset or angry? Do you know what you would do?
I would just try to calm them down. And like keep explaining why I'm doing what I'm doing.
Right.
So they can see my perspective. And obviously I want to be understanding of what they're feeling.
Right.
Because I know it could be hurtful. I don't want them to think I'm moving out because I hate them or like we've had some like huge falling out because that's not the case whatsoever.
Yeah.
So I would just try to explain that to them.
Right.
But that gives me anxiety.
I could see why it gives you anxiety. I completely understand. Do you have any coping skills or anything that helps you make you less anxious about the situation?
Mainly just talking to people about it who aren't in the situation and like giving me feedback and advice.
Yeah.
I feel like that helps me a lot. Probably just like planning out what I'm gonna say in my head.
Yeah.
Reduces my anxiety level. So
well, that's good. I mean, there's always so much you can do to kind of like help with anxiety because I mean that is a stressful situation and like there's a bunch of different things you can do. I personally love coloring books.
Yeah.
I love to color when I kind of get overwhelmed and stressed out.
That's a good idea.
I like to color and just kind of, you know, like let my mind wander. Just be a kid for a minute. I love the Disney princess coloring books. So much fun. You should check them out.
I should.
They are good. But how do you feel in your living situation right now? Like, is it awkward since you haven't told them yet, or
I feel like a lot of pressure. Like, I feel like they already know in a way, and so I feel like I'm sometimes walking around on eggshells if like an awkward question comes up. Like, one of my friends the other day asked us where we were living, and I like just kind of like broke down. Like, not broke down, but I didn't know what to say.
Right.
And so I just was kind of silent and like didn't say anything at all. So I don't know. I feel like they are kind of suspicious of what I'm doing. And I almost wish they would just ask me rather than like walking around just talking to other people about it.
Right. And that's hard to do. I think with college girls, you know, they're not confrontational like you said yourself. Like you don't like being confrontational. Not very many people do. But I think if you address it head on and just take it in a positive way and just say, you know, I like this, like, I've liked living with you for this reason, and kind of point out a positive and be like, I've liked it, and it's been a great experience, but I kind of want to move on and try something different for my senior year.
Yeah, exactly.
But, you know, I think you're going about it, you know, the right way, and, you know, just addressing it, because, you know, it is second semester now, and people are starting to sign leases again.
Exactly.
And
I don't want to screw them over. I want them to be able to find a new place or a new roommate. So, yeah.
So, I mean, I think you're going about it the perfect way, though. You know, positive, listing, you know, maybe some strengths that they have, but I would also always keep, like, your anxiety, you know, if it's really stressing you out, you know, the sooner you tell them, you know,
and I think that's one of the biggest problems is I've waited for a couple months now, and I feel like I should have just done it like right when I found out, right when it was official, because now I just don't know a good time to bring it up.
Yeah. Because, I mean, there probably will never be the perfect time.
Right, yeah.
And I think maybe talk to the person you're closest to in the house and just say, hey, this is how I'm feeling. Because I do think, you know, talking to all three at once, like, that's a lot.
It's a huge ordeal.
Yeah, that's a lot. It's a lot of pressure, and you don't know how three people are going to react to just you, and, like, you don't want to be ganged up on by them by any means. So I think maybe talking to the person you're closest to at first and kind of just get a gauge on how they're feeling, and then, you know, just kind of go down the line, just be like, hey, like, by the way, and just try and not make it some huge ordeal, because we tend to, you know, overthink things and build it up so bad.
I've been thinking about it for so long.
Right.
And it's like increased my anxiety
Which
about
is completely understandable. I mean, that's a tough situation to be in, and I'm glad you found a new living situation. You're excited about that, and you should be excited about that, and you shouldn't let this be weighing you down.
Yeah.
So I think maybe if you talk to one first, the one you're closest to with, and, you know, you have a great plan in place, you know, positively telling them, you know, it's not about you, it's me and what I want to do for me. And I think that will really help. And I think you're right that the sooner you do it, the better off you'll be. Because your anxiety will simmer down.
Yeah.
But I do think that's the best way to go.
Okay.
Is there anything else you want to talk about today?
I don't think so. You've helped a lot. Thank you.
Of course. It was lovely talking to you today.
Thank you.
I hope you have a great rest of your weekend.
You too.
Okay.